Discretion is advised. So Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Right! He grabs a 45 and sticks it in my face.
Lawrence Berry fought for his life and his family. The wounds on his face are proof he fought hard.
As a caregiver and a parent, I'm super concerned about my children and my wife. You know, it's just a frightening event.
It was the day before Thanksgiving, a knock at the door.
The guy was standing there in a UPS uniform with a box.
His wife opens the door. This man, who you can see in home surveillance video, says he needs a signature. Barry walks up, opens the door, and then in an instant, everything turned into what plays out like a horrific movie.
Stuck a 45 in my face, and then the battle was enjoined, so to speak.
Barry grabs the gun, wrestling with suspect number 1 in UPS uniform. He yells to his wife and twin 4-year-old girls to run. But then, moments later, suspect 2, 3, and 4 walk up with guns. The men overpower Barry and make their way inside.
Thank God my wife had the presence of mind to grab the kids and run and hide in the closet.
All the while, the suspects beat him with a bat and then tased him every time he would come to.
Lost 6 teeth. There's just shards left, broke off at my jawline. They took 28 staples out of my skull yesterday, and then my lip was split all the way to my nose, and concussion, of course. Just severe head trauma.
The whole ordeal lasted about 6 minutes or so before HPD says sirens scared off the 4 suspects. They made off with jewelry and collectible guns.
We're here today.
Now police are asking for the public's help. Who are these men? And more importantly, how did this suspect number 1 get a hold of this UPS jacket?
Columbia police have arrested the woman they say helped her son get rid of a body by putting it in the trunk of a car. And this morning, we're still waiting on an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. 49-year-old Wanda Williamson has been charged with shoplifting and accessory to murder. Police say she was arrested after a traffic stop in West Columbia on Sunday. Her son, 21-year-old David Anderson, was arrested last week. He's charged with murder in the death of 21-year-old Rashawn Williams. Now, police say the 2 men had a heated argument that led to a violent fight at a home on East Muller Avenue. Williams' body was discovered in the trunk of the car on Thursday.
Tonight at 10, a popular girls basketball coach caught on cell phone video pushing the head of one of his players. Good evening, I'm Rob Johnson.
And I'm Erica Sargent. Christ the King College Prep was not aware of the altercation involving its coach until we told them about it. Tonight, the school takes action.
CBS 2's Suzanne Lomigno has the story in this original report.
Christ the King Jesuit College Prep girls basketball coach Edward Douglas yells this to a player. He uses his open hand to shove her head back, lifting her chair off the ground.
It was unbelievable.
Michael Earhart videotaped the incident at last Thursday's game between Christ the King and Ellison.
Sports are supposed to be for fun, to have fun, to enjoy, not to put your hand on someone else's child. No.
Published reports say Douglas is known for what he calls a zero tolerance for nonsense approach. He has led the Gladiators to several conference championships. In January, he spoke to Medill News Service about a big win.
In the halftime, let them know, hey, you have to pick up the intensity.
Community activist Andrew Holmes was also at Thursday's game.
Your granddaughter plays for the opposing team, so you were in the stands watching this.
Yeah, that's correct, watching the whole event unfold.
Expletives used.
Well, we talking about some MF words, mother you this, mother that. You just have one individual that makes a bad name for the school, and it's the coach and not the team, because they were so hurt.
A school spokesperson told us the well-being of our students is our highest priority. Once the school was made aware of the video this afternoon, an internal investigation began. The coach is no longer an employee of Christ the King. We are in the process of reaching out to the student, all of her teammates, and their parents.
Second time in 2 weeks, a South Jackson phone store is targeted by robbers. The latest holdup Monday morning. Police say a masked man wearing dark clothes walked into the Metro PCS store on McDowell Road and demanded money. After they gave him cash, witnesses say the gunman ran away. Just before Thanksgiving, a robbery interrupted at the same store. Dramatic video shows 3 masked men barge into the business. One of them was armed with a handgun, but the manager pulled out his own weapon and started shooting at them. The man quickly scurried out of the store and left. Neighbors blamed the court system for this crime spree.
They got to give it to them judges. Give it to the judges. Give them boys some time. You catch me? I don't do judges like this. Now.
So you think if the judges were tougher, the crime would stop?
It'll be tougher. If I was a judge, the person offended, you got 5 years.
Around the same time, another holdup at the Metro PCS store on Raymond Road, less than 3 miles away. Police arrested 2 young men in that investigation. The store clerk said one of the robbers hopped over the counter and put a gun to her head. The victim said she was held up at the store earlier in the month. She believes the same men did it.
They need to patrol this area more often, more times than they, except 1 and twice, 1 time in the morning, 1 time at night.
Now police are investigating if this latest robbery is connected to those other holdups.
At 5:30, a van stolen from an air conditioning business. The owner saying that was not cool. Of course it wasn't. Good evening, everybody. It happened in broad daylight.
Tools and equipment needed to make repairs gone in just seconds. 7's Brendan Byer live on this scene in Pembroke Park with more on the clue on camera, Brandon.
Well, Jeff, 50 years in the air conditioning business this family has been. 50 years, they've never had a problem like this. But now they have a van stolen right off their property, and they are putting up a reward.
In like 10 seconds, he's got the door open, and he's gone.
Action Air has been in business in South Florida for 50 years, but this is not the kind of action they want to see.
He just violates everything that you worked so hard for.
Sunday afternoon, with owner Steve Shea in the office, someone broke into one of the company's 6 trucks and drove away with it. Tens of thousands of dollars heading east on Hallandale Beach Boulevard.
Some of the gas is $25 a pound, so if you have a tank, it's $600, so there's usually 4 or 5 tanks there. There's probably about $10,000 worth of equipment.
And for a family-run business, that's a big hit.
Now I need to buy a new truck. A new truck is $30,000. So it's about a $40,000 hit for a small businessman. It's a lot of money.
Now Steve's taking action of his own, offering up $500 to anyone who could identify this person, so he can't do it again.
Yeah, I want to see him go to prison, you know, before he does this to somebody else. It's terrible.
All right, $500. It could be yours if you can help the owner catch this guy. Go through Crime Stoppers. Call him in Broward County, 954-4936.